Catherine Ross truly hated her more than anyone. Catherine Ross was born Catherine Juliette Ross on January 29, 1940 in Hollywood, California. Her father, Dudley Ross, was a Navy officer who served during World War II and later worked for Associated Press, while her mother, Catherine W. Hall, was a homemaker. The family moved frequently, and Ross spent much of her youth in the San Francisco Bay Area, where she developed a deep appreciation for art, literature, and theater, passions that would guide her life's path. After graduating from Lowe's High School in Walnut Creek in 1957, Ross attended Diablo Valley College, where she became involved in drama. It was there that her acting talents began to shine. Encouraged by teachers and peers, she left college after 1 year to pursue acting full-time. She joined the Actors Workshop in San Francisco, a respected institution where she studied method acting under the influence of modern theatrical innovators. This early training grounded her in a deep emotional realism that would later become her signature on screen. Ross' professional career began modestly with small television appearances in the early 1960s. She appeared in shows such as The Alfred Hitchcock Hour, Gunsmoke, Wagon Train, and The Virginia, quickly proving her ability to adapt to diverse genres from suspense to westerns. Hollywood soon took notice of her graceful screen presence and compelling naturalism. Her first significant film role came in 1965's Shenandoah, starring James Stewart, where she played the gentle love interest in Anderson. This film introduced her to a wider audience and set her on a trajectory towards stardom. Her breakthrough arrived in 1967 with Mike Nichols's legendary film, The Graduate, starring alongside Dustin Hoffman as the fresh-faced Elaine Robinson. Ross embodied the innocence and emotional depth of a young woman caught between her parents' expectations and her own search for love and identity. Her performance was luminous, understated, yet emotionally charged, earning her an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actress and a Golden Globe Award for New Star of the Year. The Graduate became one of the most iconic films of the 20th century, and Ross' portrayal of Elaine became an emblem of the era's shifting social values and generational conflict. Following The Graduate, Catherine Ross continued to make bold and interesting choices. In 1969, she co-starred with Paul Newman and Robert Redford in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, portraying Ed Place, the enigmatic woman who loved Sundance. Her chemistry with both leading men, especially Redford, was undeniable. The film became a classic, and Ross' performance added warmth and emotional dimension to a story otherwise dominated by action and outlaw charm. That same year, she won the BAFTA Award for Best Actress for her work in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid and Tell Them Willie Boy Is Here. In the 1970s, Ross continued to build an impressive career, appearing in The Stepford Wives, 1975, a chilling and thought-provoking film that cemented her reputation for choosing roles with depth and social resonance. Her portrayal of Joanna Eberhard, a woman uncovering a horrifying conspiracy in her seemingly perfect suburban community, remains one of her most acclaimed performances. Ross also starred in Voyage of the Damned, 1976, earning another Golden Globe nomination. She managed to balance Hollywood success with a preference for privacy, avoiding the trappings of celebrity life, and focusing on meaningful work rather than fame. As the years passed, Ross continued to act occasionally, appearing in television movies, independent films, and alongside Elliott in projects such as Connor, 1991, which earned her another Golden Globe nomination. Her career spanning over 5 decades has reflected a balance of artistic integrity and personal authenticity. She has never sought publicity or scandal, but instead allowed her work to speak for itself. Catherine Ross' personal life has been marked by a series of marriages that reflect the twists and turns of her journey, both on and off the screen. Over the years, she married 5 times, each relationship representing a different chapter of her life, coinciding with various stages in her career and personal growth. Ross' first marriage took place on February 28, 1960, when she wed her college sweetheart, Joel Fabiani. At the time, she was still a young woman just beginning to find her place in the world, balancing her early ambitions in acting with the ordinary hopes of a young couple starting out. Fabiani, who would later become a television and stage actor himself, shared some of Ross' creative inclinations, and together they represented the promise of two young people dreaming of careers in the arts. However, as their ambitions began to lead them down separate paths and Ross' career started to gather momentum, the pressures of distance and differing aspirations proved too much. After only 2 years of marriage, the couple divorced, marking the first of several brief unions that would follow. In 1964, Ross married for the second time, this time to John Marion. By then, she had begun establishing herself as a promising actress, gaining more recognition within Hollywood circles. The marriage to Marion, though initially hopeful, proved to be another short-lived chapter. The couple's relationship ultimately unraveled, and they were divorced in 1967. This period in Ross' life coincided with her growing presence in film and television, as her career started to accelerate in ways that may have made it difficult to sustain a stable personal life. Her third marriage, however, connected her directly with the world of filmmaking at the highest level. In 1969, after completing her iconic role as Ida Place in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Ross married the film's cinematographer, Conrad Hall. Hall was one of Hollywood's most respected talents, an acclaimed cinematographer who would go on to win 3 Academy Awards for his artistry behind the camera. Their relationship was one that seemed to bridge artistry and intimacy. Hall's poetic visual sensibilities and Ross' luminous screen presence made them an intriguing and creative pair. They were both at the height of their artistic promise, and their marriage reflected a union of two strong creative spirits. However, as with many relationships within the demanding world of Hollywood, their busy careers and contrasting temperaments began to create distance between them. By 1973, after 4 years of marriage, they decided to part ways. Not long after, Ross' fourth marriage came in 1974 when she wed Gaetano Tom Lisi, whom she had met while filming The Stepford Wives. Lee had been working as a chauffeur and technician on the set, and their relationship blossomed from a genuine connection rather than the high-profile glamour of the Hollywood elite. This marriage reflected a different side of Ross, someone seeking stability and normally after years of emotional turbulence and the constant demands of fame. Despite their differing professional worlds, the couple shared a sincere affection for each other. However, as time went on, the challenges of maintaining balance between her thriving acting career and their personal relationship became evident, leading to their divorce in 1979. Ross's fifth and final marriage would prove to be the one that endured. On May 1st, 1984, she married actor Sam Elliott, a man whose deep voice, rugged charm, and understated strength had made him one of Hollywood's most beloved leading men. The two had first crossed paths years earlier on the set of Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, though at the time Ross was already an established star and Elliott was just beginning to make his way in the industry. It wasn't until 1978, when they were both cast in the horror film The Legacy, that their relationship truly began to blossom. Their connection grew from friendship into romance, grounded in mutual respect and shared values rather than the fleeting excitement of celebrity life. Their marriage was a turning point for Ross. Unlike her previous relationships, this union provided a deep sense of partnership and stability. Both she and Elliott maintained successful acting careers while also prioritizing their life together away from Hollywood's constant spotlight. Just a few months after their wedding on September 17, 1984, Ross gave birth to their daughter, Cleo Rose Elliott. It was a joyful moment for